We've noticed a lot of groups coming in lately, but one of the other things that we're really trying to circle back around with at the Convention and Visitors Bureau is making our guests feel more hospitable, providing more information, making things a little bit more attractive so they'll stay longer, spend more money in the county. One of the projects that we're working on right now, we're going to be starting in the next couple weeks, is with East Fork and the geocaching group that we've been working with. And I'd like to hand this out. This is just an initial plan of what we're doing, but it's going to be Google mapping out at the East Fork State Park so that all the trails, all the beach, everything will be mapped out on Google. And
Awesome.
Any type of Google product that
Thank
you
you.
have.
Thank you.
Any type of Google product you use gets you higher on the search rankings and the search engines. But you can see right there, that's just a very initial start. So, what it'll do is you'll have your mobile phone. You'll be able to go out to East Fork. You'll be able to see the different trails and where to go. You'll also see all the different elevations and be able to dive in and get more specific information so that you can either do an easier trail, harder trail, but it's all right there in real-time data. So we think that'll be something neat for the
So it's
guests.
like if I go on Google Earth, it would be on that.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And so that's a project with the geocachers we're going to do. So basically free service and let them get out there and scavenge through the park. And
Mark, isn't the National Geocaching Organization locally based? What is it?
it's a regional group here, but we are hosting the geocaching Olympics in May at East Fork. And right now, the Key Hotels, the Holiday Inn, your basic four there in Eastgate, the Holiday Inn, the Comfort Suites, the Hampton, the Fairfield, they're already sold out for that event in May. And so now we're starting to branch out. So it'll eventually go into Northern Kentucky and Blue Ash, the room nights. So that's going to be a pretty large event in April.
So how do you do a Olympics in geocaching?
On that, they're going to have more time trials, and some of the geocaches won't be just behind a tree. They might be 30 feet up in a tree somewhere, or they might be hidden a little bit more creatively. And then some of the trails are going to be, you're going to have to walk several miles to find these geocaches. So they're going to be a little bit more challenging.
So I have to ask my fellow commissioners, have you been involved in geocaching? Have
No.
you?
I haven't, but Betsy, Hadad's son, likes this and does quite a bit of it.
I have a couple that Janice and I are close friends with, and when we were in Las Vegas, we did a geocaching trip, I guess, hike to find various geocaches, and when we were in Hawaii with them, we did the same thing. So
We can control where we put those. So if we need
Oh,
to put
sure.
one in the back of Jungle Gyms and make you walk all the way through the store to find
know.
it, then that's kind of what we're thinking about.
it was very fun. It was a nice introduction for me. I don't do it myself, but I've at least seen it and know what it's about.
Is it akin to a scavenger hunt?
There's a box, and generally there's a stamp in it, and you stamp your
Okay.
passport that you've been there, and sometimes you leave something and take something from the geocache. Is that right, Mark? Yep.
They also had like an OCR code. You could scan it with your phone or something. Don't
They have the codes on there. I have Charlie the chili pepper in my office, and he's got a little code on the back of him, but you can
Okay.
see him riding in the convertible across the Golden Gate Bridge and all the different places that Charlie's been. So,
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
and kind of along that theme, what the board is kind of leaning towards at the CVB, we're trying to make everything we do a little bit more friendly for the guests so they can find more information, be more entertained, and have that information that presents something a little bit clearer. So our website, we're going to be relaunching that next month with a lot more user-friendly features. And then also we just approved a kiosk program. We're going to pilot that at the Holiday Inn. And that's going to be a 42-inch flat screen TV, touch point screen, and it'll have different things that you'll want to do, different restaurants, and our guests can click on that and see exactly what they want to do. Somebody might not even know what Jungle Gyms is, for example. You can click on the screen, find something to do, and then you can have a coupon sent directly to your cell phone. So hopefully that'll help promote these guests coming in, give them more information.
That's at the Holiday Inn lobby.
Holiday Inn lobby, we're going to have that.
Whatever happened to the 3 kiosks that,
Those were the older generation models. We've watched the model that they've used on there, and then the upkeep of those used a lot of physical labor. Now, with the systems they have, it can all be done from the desk of our technicians without actually having to go to the property. So those got scattered in, and we sold a couple of those back when Chris Smith was here.
Good, good. Thank you.
So
Good.
hopefully we'll avoid the pitfalls that had there. And
Well,
then,
technology moves forward, and we have to move forward with it, so,
yes.
yeah.
And these screens now, the screens are pretty sturdy, so if they are, you know, they're going to last. So it's not a delicate screen that you would think as before. This past week, we've had some great groups come in. We had the Fishers of Men, which is a Christian-based fishing group, and they were on the Ohio River. Kind of a neat group, and it was really nice. The Cranston Church down in New Richmond provided a really nice meal for the guys and had, you know, a big country dinner with the green beans and mashed potatoes and roasted chicken and the pies they made. And so this group's already wanting to come back for next year, so exciting there.
Did they look out for any algae bloom for us?
Well, sure.
It's kind of interesting with this group, you know, these guys, they're not using the 10 horsepower engines. These guys have the real expensive boats, and they get on the water and they're going to go 100 miles an hour, 10 miles down the lake to sit there all day to fish. So I don't know if they had a chance to see the algae.
They
But-
stirred it up a little.
Stirred it up a little, maybe sent it back down. We had another group, an amazing softball group. They had a great experience at Teal Town. They're already booking for next year and want to book another event in June. And then we have the pumpkin run coming up this next week, and that always fills up everything. So
Sure does.
that's actually the #1 searched item on our website. So as we start to go forward, you know, we'll start to cater to the customers that are searching. Just for me personally, this last couple weeks ago, I got nominated to be an officer at the Ohio Association of CVBs. And so I think that'll help our brand, help give us more statewide recognition. And it was kind of nice. 2 weeks ago, I was on a panel with the Tourism Council of Greater Cincinnati. And after I made the presentation of everything we had going on, Dan Lincoln's the president of Cincinnati CVB, you know, tapped me and said, "Man, you guys got a lot going on out there." So it's kind of nice to start getting recognized out there for the impact. So something positive to notice.
You're talking about the state. I know when I was in the Capitol building, they have an area where they have, you know, all the tourism stuff. We didn't have anything there.
No documents or anything.
I mean, all the other counties, you know, have things, and we didn't even have our,
How long ago was that?
oh, this was 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. Something to work on.
And there's things like that I mean, you know, when you start missing the small things here and there, then it starts to add up. So we'll definitely.
Okay.
And that's about all I have.
Mark, I know Suki shows us, or Mary Rains shows us the revenue increases, the tax revenue, it's up. I imagine, are the hotels up as well with those increased revenues?
Yeah, as of today, we are up 6% over last year. And that's kind of amazing in the fact that back in February and March, we lost 3 straight weekends because of snow and very bad rain. 3 of our weekends we had completely sold out with soccer events. So you don't have time to make those up. So that was, in light of those weekends, I'm pretty happy to be right now at 6% up.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 new hotels slated to come on board, hopefully late next year or the following year. So that's exciting. So revenues and things seem to be going in the right direction.
Good. Good.
And I think Holiday Inn is having their best year ever, is that right?
They've had back-to-back years where it's been the most profitable since 1969, so they continue to drive the revenue up and the occupancies, and you combine the rate and the occupancy, and good things happen.
Yep. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.